Hi, welcome to Lynn's Recipes. Happy New Year. Today I'm going to make some cookies. They're called red velvet cookies, and I got this recipe from a YouTube friend, Jen, and her channel is Black Lab Lover 9. And she was making these for Christmas, and she showed them, and they looked really good, and she was kind enough to share the recipe, and now I'm going to make it for you. The ingredients that you need for these cookies are a box of red velvet cake mix, 2 tablespoons of water, 2 beaten eggs, a half a cup of vegetable oil, I'm using canola oil, and 10 ounces of white chocolate chips. This is a 12-ounce bag, but I've just weighed out 10 ounces. You'll also need cookie sheets, and it calls for ungreased cookie sheets, but I always line mine with parchment paper. So now I'm going to mix all the ingredients for these cookies together. You'll need a large mixing bowl, and the first thing I'm going to do is put in the red velvet cake mix. Two tablespoons of water, the 2 lightly beaten eggs. You can tell the cake mix is already turning red there, and the half a cup of vegetable oil. And I'm just going to mix this with a mixer, hand mixer. I'm going to scrape down the sides to make sure that it all gets incorporated. That looks good, so I'm going to just get the batter off of the beaters here. The next thing that I'm going to do is pour in my 10 ounces of white chocolate chips, and I'm just going to take the spatula and just kind of fold them in to the batter. Okay, that looks pretty good. So our next step is to put these cookies on a cookie sheet. And I use a small ice cream scoop, and a lot of the times the cookies will come out uneven if you just use a spoon, and I like my cookies to all come out even and be the same proportion, so I like to use an ice cream scoop. So that's what we're going to do. So here we go. Just going to drop them on our parchment paper. So I've got on the last 2 here. Okay, so this cookie sheet is full, and what I'm going to do now is put them in a 350-degree preheated oven for 8 to 10 minutes, watching them and making sure that I don't overbake them. These are our cookies after they've been in the oven for 9 minutes. And what I like to do is let them sit on the baking sheet for about 2 minutes before I try to remove them to a cooling rack to completely cool so that they don't fall apart. So that's what we're going to do now, just let them sit here for a couple minutes. Our cookies have been sitting on the baking sheet for 2 minutes, and now I'm going to remove them and put them on the wire rack so that they can cool completely. Our red velvet cookies are done. They've cooled completely, and I've moved them to a serving platter. I wanted to thank Jen for sending me this recipe, and I wanted you also to know that you will get 3 dozen cookies out of this recipe using the scoop that I used, and it equals 1 tablespoon. I hope that you will enjoy these cookies.